On October 7th and 8th, 2016, operatives of the Department of the State Services, DSS, carried a sting operation on the homes of at least 7 judges across the Federation. It was a move that jolted the nation. The DSS arrested these judges after allegedly discovering large sums of money, both in local and foreign currencies, in their homes.
The Department of State Services in the past few days has embarked on a series of special sting operations involving some judges of the Supreme, Appeal, and High Courts. These operations were based on allegations of corruptions and other acts of professional misconduct by a few of the suspected judges. The service action is in line with its core mandate, as we have been monitoring the expensive and luxurious lifestyle of some of the judges, as well as complaints from the concerned public over judgment obtained fraudulently and on the basis of amounts of money paid. The judges involved were invited, upon which due diligence was exhibited and their premises searched. Some of them have made useful statements, while a few have declined, even with the glaring evidences that were found against them in terms of material cash, documents, and property recovered, pointing to their compromise. Summaries of these include:
Two justices of the Supreme Court, Justice Inyang Okoro and Justice Sylvester Nguta, were among those arrested. Others were the presiding justice of the Court of Appeal, Ilorin Division, Justice Mohammed Samiya, Justice Adeniyi Ademola of the Federal High Court in Abuja, Justice Muazu Pendiga of the Federal High Court, Gombe Division, former Chief Judge of Enugu State, Justice Innocent Umezulike, and a judge of the Kano State High Court, Justice Kabiru Auta. The arrest and the subsequent trial of these judicial officers began around the last 5 weeks to the retirement of the immediate past Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Mahmood Muhammad. Justice Muhammad left office on November 10, 2016.
During the run-up to 2015 elections, our judicial officers withstood immense pressure in order to guarantee a level playing field and smooth transition of government, which ensured that we were spared of a reenactment of the June 12 saga. The independence of the judiciary is the conditio sine qua non for any civilized society to function. It is an institution which, more than any other, must be protected, sustained, and carefully handled.
Upon the retirement of Justice Muhammad, the National Judicial Council recommended Justice Walter Onnoghen, the most senior justice of the Supreme Court in acting capacity, for an initial 3 months. Few days to the end of the initial 3 months, Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo sent the name of Justice Onnoghen to the Senate for screening and confirmation. But the NJC extended it, as the Senate was unable to sit to screen him, as at the time his name was sent from the presidency. Finally, The day came as Justice Onnoghen was led into the Senate to face the federal lawmakers. At the screening hearing, the lawmakers spent over an hour grilling Justice Onnoghen.
The judiciary is one of the most important institutions that can be used to fight corruption. Now, in recent past, we have witnessed judgments, conflicting judgments by courts of coordinate jurisdictions. What institutional reforms do you intend to bring in order to arrest this kind of ugly situation and bring back the integrity of the judiciary?
Conflicting judgments, the conflicting judgments they are bound to happen, because when you sue before Judge A in Abuja and you go to Sokoto and sue before Judge B, different party but on the same subject matter, and you file your processes in Abuja, not the same processes, but different processes in Sokoto as that lawyer sees it. The judge in Abuja may decide to allow the application, while the one in Sokoto may decide to dismiss it. Now, the system has its own regulatory mechanism through the means of appeal. That is how we resolve these things. But to think that we can do away with conflicting judgments in a judiciary.
Justice Onnoghen assumed the leadership of the judiciary at a time when there were questions being raised on the integrity of the judiciary following the October 2016 arrests. There were also issues of delay in justice delivery in the system. These were some of the issues raised during his screening in the Senate.
During this presentation, he can take a bow and leave. CJ Dominic, you can come and take a bow.
Pursuant to Section 231 of the 1999 Constitution, the Senate confirmed the appointment of Justice Onnoghen as the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the first Southern jurist to head the judiciary in about 30 years. Justice Ayo Gabriel Irikefe, who retired in 1987, was the last Southern CJN. Honorable Justice Walter Samuel Nkanu Onnoghen was appointed a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in 2005. He has presided over some major judicial pronouncements, especially as a Supreme Court judge.
I, Walter Samuel Nkanu Onnoghen, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
On March 7, 2017, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo swore in Justice Onnoghen as the 17th Chief Justice of Nigeria.
Honorable Justice Walter Onnoghen, Chief Justice of Nigeria, becomes the guardian and protector of the highest duties that society owes its people: fairness, justice, and truth. The responsibility is an awesome one. It is the closest that man serves as the Almighty God, having power over lives, livelihoods, and futures, having power to give and indeed to take away power, and authority to supervise all men and women to whom our law and constitution has given the position of judgeship. Since we do not force men and women to be judges, they voluntarily take on the position of high priests in the temple of justice. They will, of course, be held to a much higher standard, a much higher moral and ethical standard than the rest of us. They must not only be seen to be just, they must be just indeed. The mere perception of judicial malfeasance poisons the waters of justice, let alone the reality. While delays in the administration of justice often defeat the ends of justice. My Lord, you assume this position at a crucial time in the history of our nation. It is a time when governments, all arms of government, have suffered loss of confidence from the people of this nation. And it is so also with our judiciary. It is a time when, my Lord, and justices of our courts are called upon to resuscitate that confidence that the people of this nation want to have in the institutions of government and indeed in the judiciary. I pray that your tenure will revive and sustain that confidence. Yesterday, I had a discussion with the President, Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammadu Buhari, and not only did he extend his personal warm wishes and congratulations, he asked that I personally convey that to you, and I do so now. I congratulate you on behalf of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and I congratulate all members of your family as well, and the entire judiciary. I believe that the choice that the people of this nation have made is a right choice indeed, and that you will indeed live up to all of the expectations of this high office. I pray that the Almighty God will guide and direct you as you deliver on all of the promises and expectations of the people of this nation.
He was also decorated with the title of Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. The CJN understands the burden he has to carry in the light of recent events in the judiciary.
I ask for the special grace of God to continue to keep to my oath of office. I solicited the cooperation, fullest cooperation of everybody. There are 3 arms of government. These 3 arms belong to the same government. We should explore areas of cooperation to enable us move the country forward. On my part, as the head of the judiciary, I assure you that from past experiences, the key to peace, the key to progress, the key to everything good in any democratic setting is adherence to the rule of law. There lies the solution to our problems. So to attain it, one fundamental principle is paramount, and that is the independence of the judiciary. So let us all strive to maintain the independence of the judiciary so as to ensure the rule of law, the prevalence of the rule of law. With the rule of law, when everybody realizes that he's subject to the rule of law and that there are certain things that are taboos and behaves accordingly, it will be to the benefit of every one of us, Nigeria in particular.